미안해서 어쩌나?
Jett is known as one of the most iconic agents in Valorant, but how did this iconic agent become from C tier to an S tier? I'm Fatman, and today we're going to be discussing how Jett took over Valorant. Jett wasn't always the best pick, but to get into that, we have to first look at Jett's history. When they started making Jett, their roster was stacked with a slew of strategic and supportive agents. But there was one style of agents they were missing: duelists. They needed someone to mechanically outplay their opponents with style. What's even cooler about this South Korean agent is anyone can play it. It has an unreachable skill ceiling level, which means anyone from Iron to Radiant can play it. The first hit centered around a grappling hook as her touchstone ability. No boost, no dash, no daggers, just a grappling hook and other gadgetry.
Win. Show me where to go.
Riot's exact plan was actually making Jett Korean. Why was that? Well, Korean is known for winning a lot of League of Legends games. That's why Riot went into a Korean office to make Jett as authentic as possible.
Be faster.
So they added her first ability, Cloudburst. It's a straightforward and to the point. She throws a projectile that creates a cloud of fog on impact. Her second, Updraft, is where the fun begins, allowing Jett to propel herself upwards after a brief wind-up, allowing for aerial snipes for creative positioning. That creates a huge diversity in the game. When it comes to Jett's ultimate, it's all about pulling the final touches of an opponent with a stylish and clean finish with a possibility for a chain elimination. Known as Bladestorm, Jett arms herself with a series of throwing knives that deal moderate damage to the body and kill on headshots. If she can secure a kill with one of her blades, the knives will restore, allowing for Jett to use her untouched mobility to turn a lost round into a show-stealing victory.
Enemy kill.
One enemy remaining.
Nailed them.
Jett was definitely an anti-fragger in all types of series. So what went wrong? Why was it regarded one of the worst Valorant agents at the start? The main issue was her smokes and vulnerability. She could fly in the air, she could fly around, but at the end of the day, you can still shoot at her while she has complete inaccuracy. That needed to change. Her smoke abilities were too short, so she wasn't as good as Brimstone.
In the higher level meta of this game, I don't think you will see Jetts ever. I think she is overall bad. So her smokes, she has 3 smokes she can buy. I think they're $100 each, and her smokes aren't that good. They last really short, which is why I don't think her ability is very good. Her Q is the one that boosts her up. Again, it's flavorful, it's fun, but I don't think it brings anything to the table. It lets you get over certain object, but it's really obvious if you hear the Jett Q coming, it's pretty bad. And her E, her dash is fun to use, but also just like her Q. It's flavorful, it's fun to use, it's fun to pub stomp. You can make some pretty sick entries if you know where everybody is, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not that good.
She didn't have Phoenix flashes, and when she dashed in and threw a few smokes, the smokes were already gone. What could you do by then? You could just pick another agent and get much more value out of that. And that's exactly what people did. They picked agents like Phoenix, they picked agents like Cypher, they picked any other agent except Jett. But that was about to change. At first it looked like Sage and Cypher will be dominating the meta, but right now, with these awesome combos we're seeing from pro teams, we have more opportunities. More opportunities to see Jett having play. And that's what Riot decided to do. Now, what really helped Jett is actually when Riot decided to extend her smoke abilities. At first, I didn't think of it as much, but after seeing what potential it has, it was huge. Now, what makes Jett really great is she can dodge a lot of abilities. Ray's ability, Sola's ability, even Killjoy's ability, you can survive and potentially even win rounds. Now, her Fan of Knives saves you a lot of cash if you use it correctly. Jett's Bladestorm on the long range was overpowered. It was simply too strong. Imagine a pro player playing against another pro player. On one side there's Jett, on the other side there's a Phantom. Who do you think wins on the long range? I'm pretty sure it's Jett. Jett had no buff, nerf, other than the 7-second smokes and ability to break cypher traps. And just by the community trying new things, they just started a new meta of Jett OP one tricks. That basically means Jett found its place in ranked. And when it finds its place in ranked, it also finds its place in pro play. And that's exactly what happened.
Solely on Shazam, as Mummy's going to look for the opening pick.
A little bit of cover as they want to make their way out here for a first peek. How many are going to be on that peek? It's one, pulls the op, and that means two more are going to come around. Oh, it's a collect coming in for Shazam. He's feeling it. He's smoked out, but he's going to hit a third one without even seeing him. Calypso answers back, and now it's all up to him to do this. 3 members, and that may just take him out.
It was actually a very good time for Jett as well. Jett got its famous clip, Jett Revive Me.
Revive me, Jett, revive me. Jett, revive me. Jett, revive me. Use your ulti, Jett. Revive me, Jett, revive me. Jett, Jett, you can now use your ult, Jett. Please revive me. Jett, revive me.
Now Jett had 2 weapons where she's stronger than everyone else. I'm not talking about, the Phantom or the Vandal. I'm simply talking about the Operator. The Operator actually changed the meta. The Operator was super strong. If you ever play CSGO, you would get annoyed by how many times you get offed and you couldn't do anything. Now imagine in CSGO, the characters would be flying around. And that's where Jett had the advantage. Jett had a huge advantage with the Operator, and that's what people found out. It started dominating on such a level that Jett simply couldn't be stopped. The only thing that could stop it was the Operator nerf itself.
And you dash into U-Haul and clear U-Haul with a judge. Like, ultimately, I think her ultimate is really, really powerful right now too. The fact that there's no damage fall off, the really, really good Jetts are just super hard to deal with. She's super hard to deal with. I do think though that Jett promotes a playstyle that is not sustainable in the long term, because knowing that they're going to nerf Jett and or the op, if you have that hyper aggressive playstyle where you have no fear and you're abusing her movement and you're abusing the fact that she can get around and above smokes, I do think that Jett players and that playstyle will fall off eventually.
You cannot let her plant.
Alright, I'm going in.
And Hiko was right about this. Jett did get nerfed. Jett did get a few nerfs as her fan of knives, and also the Operator got nerfed. But that doesn't mean Jett is not still A tier. I think Jett is now basically always gonna be the mascot of Valorant and will somehow always stay in the meta. Just the way she plays, just the way she infiltrates is a very good way of how you can actually push on a site. Let me know what you think of this video. Be sure to subscribe as it would help me out a lot. And as always, this is Fatman signing out. Peace, guys.